It's just like vodka, like Remy, like liquor in my system when I need it. That sweetness, boy, you the one.
Welcome to episode 12 of Surviving the Mind podcast.
What's going on? This is Corey, Heavyweight Cole on Instagram.
I'm Brian Scott. Instagram is 313_Brian.
When I love you, I'm 100% in. So when you do some stupid stuff that I've been telling you this whole time, then you got an issue. That's the other thing. If I'm picking you up, be ready.
Wow.
Oh, be ready. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Surviving the Mind, Season 3, Episode 4. It's your girl, Misha. We got Corey.
What's good, girl?
Brian, MIA, taking care of the family.
Living life, man. Making the best decisions he can for himself. That's what's up, man.
What? What was that?
Why I can't speak good of my man? He taking care of his family, man. He working. He living.
What does that have to, why did you just have to do that? You could have just said, God bless him. Like, what?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, my God.
You know what, Misha?
All right, this week, what happened this week?
The Oscars. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it, but I did see when Will slapped him. That was cool.
That was cool.
Because that turned me on as a female.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like, when a man defends you, when your man defends you, that gives you some other type of energy. You ever had to defend a woman? Your woman?
No, I haven't had to.
Ooh,
So.
you should fake a scenario so you could do it. I'm
childish. So fake it so to turn her around.
Yeah, let me tell you, Jada told him up. How much you want to bet? I was thinking, I'll bet you Jada told him up, bro.
Dog, you retarded.
You don't think so?
Probably.
She told him up.
She looked sick when he said that joke, bro. Like, she looked like she was heated.
Because she has alopecia.
Yeah,
and she went through that whole story. But I gotta play devil's advocate. Maybe Chris didn't know that.
No, he said he didn't. I was listening to Charlamagne this morning. They said she didn't.
But I heard him, Charlamagne said, but how did Charlamagne know? Did he talk to Chris?
He talked to Chris Rock.
Okay.
The night of it, yeah.
Well, but they did show the clips from a couple years ago, and he was making some jokes too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you get what you. I'm on both sides of it. I feel like Will was right for doing it, but then I feel like, I mean, they like he could have talked to him backstage, but I don't feel like that's okay because he said that joke out loud to everybody live. You feel me? Like, I don't think that backstage would have fixed it, but
probably would have hurted Chris. Like if they really wanted to hurt Chris' career, maybe if once he accepted his speech, or what if he didn't know he was going to accept his speech, for them to both say something like I have alopecia, and then all the fans would have went on Chris. Like he would have been canceled.
He didn't have no. He was just presenting an award.
But still.
But yeah, he really didn't even have to say what he said for real.
It was no point. Yeah. See, when I was looking at it, I thought he was hosting because I didn't watch it.
I didn't either. But
see, that was unnecessary. Yeah. First, the punch didn't look real to me.
No, it was dumb fast. Like he was really trying to like surprise.
Why did he go like?
He really he slapped him.
It was a punch slap.
It was a slap for sure.
Like
he slapped that man quick. Like it was too quick. And then walked away like, oh yeah, okay.
But Chris was laughing. I mean, Will smiled at first.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if Chris smiled.
I think it was one of them like
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was a smile and then he looked at her and then he changed.
He looked at her. I think
or
because if this is something she deals with, you don't know if she's at home crying or if Will had to hold her about her hair. You feel me?
Or what if they just had a meltdown in the car and she was just like, she don't feel beautiful about her hair. But, or maybe I was seeing, people were saying like he was faking, or maybe, he was just going to try to play it off, but the emotions got the best of him.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
I see both sides.
That was steep, though. That was
Would you do it?
I feel like.
Probably not a slap. But I probably would I probably could see somebody saying to keep my wife's name out your effing. Now I can see that, but the slap like
was a lot. To walk up on stage, like just hey. I done had enough of this, bro. That's enough.
But I think I agree with Charlamagne. He was saying earlier, like, I don't think that was the real, like, cause of his anger. I get it. They probably do got some beef or whatever. Because Jada just looked disgusted.
Yeah, I don't think they...
No, they got beef with him from back when. So I think their history with him added on to that comment already. And then we got to pray for these celebrities, like... You don't know what it means to be a celebrity and you be like a millionaire and 1,000 people, million people talking about you. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, especially with the
August.
The entanglement jokes and all of those. Like he probably just felt like enough is enough, bro.
And I get it. They both been in this light for so long, like since they was like teenagers, like. I be understanding how them people feel. Like, everybody got an opinion about something. We deal with that, and we not even famous. But for them to deal with social media, I have to take breaks from social media, and I'm not even a celebrity. Like, on that level, like, I understand when celebrities be like, okay, I'm deleting my account for a couple months. Like, I get it.
Right.
But Chris a better one than me.
No, for sure. Now, listen, I would have been fighting on that stage, for sure.
But... I'm thinking maybe Chris don't know how to fight because
probably not.
Because I'm gonna say this, my natural reaction
is to
it's gonna be something. Even I don't know.
And then the thing is, he didn't look like he was about to slap him walking up there.
What did you think he was?
I don't know. No, I don't know. It didn't look like he was about to slap him. That's why he slapped him.
I'm trying to play it back in my mind.
He didn't think he was about to slap him.
No, he probably didn't.
Exactly.
But even if somebody came in here right now and was like, I'm getting up, like I'm doing something.
I'm not letting nobody walk up on me that I don't know, first of all. Or, like, you can't even say that you don't know.
Well, I probably, if I was there in front of all these people and on that, I probably wouldn't think he about to smack me either.
Exactly.
But still, just out of reaction, I'm going to do something else. Just not knowing
we would have been
what's
fighting
going on.
for sure. I would have been fighting. Definitely.
I saw a joke. They said, Fabulous said, Chris a better one than me. Somebody said, was Emily a better one? I said, dang, y'all niggas wild.
Dog, they don't let niggas live. They pass down, man.
Social media a beast. But I mean, like I said, I get both sides. I get both sides. Now, I am nervous because I know the Academy is going up for a review to see if, they want to take his Oscar back.
Hey, I honestly, I feel like, and that's where the part where I'm like, I'm with Will. Like, honestly, y'all can do whatever y'all want to. My wife felt the way about that, and I did what I felt like I had to do.
Do you think he deserved to get the Oscar taken
away?
No,
I don't think so. But, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at them for doing it.
I see both sides.
Yeah.
It's like, I felt like, I'm like, dang. And then this was the first time, like, Will Packer was, like, the producer of the Oscars, like, the black man and his team, like, and it was just like, dang, Will. But then again, it's like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything goes out the window when you're defending your family.
Definitely.
Period. But it was also a proud moment to see him win Oscar, because I felt like he should have been had an Oscar from, like, Pursuit of Happiness, from what's the I Am Legend. I feel like he did good. Concussion was good.
That's why they boycotted the Oscars the last time, because he didn't get one for that.
For Concussion?
He didn't even get a nomination for Concussion.
He did very well in Concussion. Yeah. He did good in Ali.
Yeah.
Like, so, but I knew he had to get one for King Richard or something.
Oh, King Richard was good. I actually just watched that movie the other day. It was actually good.
It was really good. His accent was it didn't seem like forced.
Yeah. So after the first 5 minutes of the movie, I forgot he was an actor. Like, it was just like that was him.
It was good. I thought he did good.
I wanted them to go a little bit deeper though. I ain't gonna even lie. Like the little, I don't know. I didn't like the way it ended. I guess. Like, I feel like it ended too early.
How did it end?
Where she lost the tournament and then she walked out to the girls that was out there standing out there waiting on her.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. That's why I'm saying it wasn't a memorable ending.
What did you want them to do?
I don't know. They could have got to being grown. They could have
got to
winning. Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be another one.
No, that's it.
No, because I be hating when these celebrities do their story, but it be like don't be putting in the adult stuff. Like I want to see all that
I
junk.
want to see y'all slipping up, y'all.
Yeah, but people don't be wanting to show that though.
Yeah.
But he earned that Oscar. And I saw the clip when Samuel Jackson pounded him after. Yeah, like he said, like he was up like he like yeah dog, and then Tyler Perry was just talking to him. Oh Tyler, you just need to sit down.
What did he say to him?
I don't know what he said to him, but it was just a picture of Tyler like on holding his arm, shoulder. And I'm like, I don't know what Tyler's saying.
Hey, man.
Tyler ain't got nothing either.
I wouldn't have had no words for him. Like, bro, you did what you had to do, bro. It is
What do you say in that moment, though?
Nothing. To who?
He
to
got
Will?
some cutty that night.
He probably did.
He got
for
some
sure.
good cutty that night.
For sure.
She had to. It's no other way. She had to.
What do you mean it was no other way?
Because that's like the ultimate, like my baby just went up there and defended me on national television. He didn't think about the consequences, the nothing. He defended me.
I think you're sick, bro. I think you're sick. You're sick.
I would have loved to see her face while Will was screaming that though. Keep my wife in my trust. Yeah. I would have loved to see what she was saying. Yeah. But even Charlamagne was saying, he was like, I don't know. I probably would have wanted Jada to be like, Will, not right now, not right now.
Nah.
I don't know. In that moment, I don't know if I would have said that.
Thank you. She's probably thank you, baby.
She took care of him that night. I'm trying to. Would you stay with a woman and she gay?
Stay with her?
Mm-hmm. But y'all been married for like 10 years.
Nah, I'm straight.
You gonna leave? If you in your 70s, you're not leaving.
Here's the thing. In my 70s? No, I'm not. Listen, this is a business proposition at this point.
So you gonna cheat?
No, I'm not gonna cheat.
You just gonna do what? If she don't want you?
At 70, bro, I'm cool with life at that point. Like, I'm just happy that I'm still here. I'm probably gonna have a nice big house, businesses bringing me money in. I ain't doing nothing for real, so I'm gonna probably be good with life for real.
So you're not gonna be sexually active at 70?
Hopefully I will be.
But then if she don't want you, then what?
If she don't want me, then we done. But
it's cheaper to keep her.
If she, exactly. That's all I'm saying. But
your wife gonna sign a prenup?
I wouldn't make my wife sign a prenup, bro.
You dummy.
It is what it is.
You dummy. They don't want you for your looks, nigga. You better have them sign a prenup.
You better ask somebody, bro.
I'm asking myself, nigga.
You better ask somebody.
You better have them sign a
prenup.
prenup.
Nigga. Ain't that right, y'all?
Would you forgive a side baby?
No, not for one, for sure. Like, it just, that doesn't even make sense. No, you can go be with him.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't expect a woman to forgive a side baby either. So.
Yes, I do.
I would not.
Yes, I do.
I would not.
Y'all know if y'all cheat, we stand.
Pregnant, I wouldn't even want to be around her no more for real. Like, I wouldn't be able to stand myself. Like, and then I gotta face her family, my family. Like, no, I wouldn't want to deal with it.
Y'all expect us to stay in the situation. Y'all know if y'all cheat. Y'all know if y'all cheat, then we stay in at least once.
No, I don't. But if you do, I don't want to hear nothing about it.
No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. That means you don't care.
Because if you're gonna forgive me. Let it go.
Okay, but give me a chance. Like I gotta get you back.
So don't forgive me until then. Until you cool, until you feel like you good, don't forget me.
But we can think we cool, and then something can trigger us.
I'm okay with your moments, but I don't want to keep like every day or every week I don't want to keep hearing about that. Like that's old, bro.
What makes people cheat?
Just wrong decisions. Just you put yourself in the wrong predicament.
I don't want to hear that. You intentionally cheat, bruh. You intentionally cheat. You text her or you purposely get in your car, you purposely drive down the street, you purposely get out the car, you purposely knock on the door.
I'm not gonna say that.
And you purposely take off your clothes.
I'm not gonna say
or
that.
not.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. You got a conscious decision. It's all these steps going on
it's just,
before you get
it's
to that.
Final decision. It's if you're gonna do it or not.
You're not conscious when you going from place to place?
What do you mean place to place?
You gotta set up when you cheating.
No, you don't. Who said
Why
that?
you don't?
It can't just happen. You don't think it can just happen?
No.
What?
No. How would just happen? You and her alone together?
Yeah.
That's dumb. But then she deserves to be cheated on. You deserve to be cheated on if you allow your man and your girl to hang out in the same
why
place.
Why it gotta be your girl?
It's a guy?
I'm saying why it gotta be the girl's girl? Like why it just can't be a random chick is what I'm saying.
Oh no. Still.
Like where
I'm not
you
having
get
that.
from? Why
I'm not
you
having
trying to
that.
make this game?
No, you just said that. You just said a guy, so I'm like, what are you
No, I
talking
didn't
about?
say a guy. I said why it's gotta be her girl.
Okay, then let's go back. You not hanging around no chick, and I don't feel comfortable. Period.
You don't know, like if it's a business situation and we just happen to this one time something happened, like we didn't work with each other and nothing has ever happened. Nothing has ever like gotten to that point, and this one time it happens. Like
I think that's a little bit different. A business situation versus being a friend. Or
I mean, I don't think men and women should just be friends like that. Like listen to what I'm saying. Like,
do you
I
not
don't
have
think-
a girl best friend?
listen to what I'm saying. I'm not married. I don't just have female friends. I have a female best friend that I've known since kindergarten. That's different.
If y'all get married, she gonna stop being your best friend?
No. If who get married?
If you get married.
No. That was here way before her, obviously. But I'm not just going to make female friends once I get married. That just don't matter.
I don't think you make female friends. You just make friends.
No, it would have to be both of our friends together. It can't just be my friend.
Okay, let's say you married and you got a couple your friends, they married too. He got a problem with your wife. He should address her, he should address you.
Me? Why he got a problem with my wife? First
No, that happened that was on Real Housewives of Atlanta or whatever. But he felt like if we all friends,
don't say nothing to my wife, bro.
he felt like if we all friends and we hang out, we go out of town together, like we do stuff together, if we all friends, then why can't I tell you how I feel about you?
You don't approach another man's wife.
I agree.
At all. You don't do that. That's disrespectful.
I agree.
That's why you feel like you could just go right past me to my wife.
And I feel like if you got a problem with his wife or something that she did, then I should be the one to address. I agree.
That, or I go to him. Like
or you go to him.
Yeah.
But I think it's better if you. Well, yeah, you could go to him.
Because I don't know. I feel like it could be starting more mess if I go to you.
Why?
Because you may not feel that way. You may not feel.
But what makes you think he gonna feel that way?
You're right, but I'm probably gonna let you know, let my person know because
before you tell him.
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't be expecting you to go to her unless I want you to. Unless I say I.
What's something that you would address?
Like from another man's wife? Like,
Yeah, like what would make you? What's something that you would feel like you would have to talk about or bring to his attention?
It would only be concerning like my situation, my family, if I feel like she's disrespectful or I feel like she always saying something slick or she always like I don't know, if it's with them, they life, I don't got no problems with you. Like how y'all raise your kids, how you work, whatever, I don't got no issues with that. Just don't come disrespecting us.
How can I say this without them knowing? It was somebody who her husband was cheating on her. And the person was like, I want to tell her, but I don't want to be in a mess. Like, how do you tell somebody like your husband cheating on you? And I got proof your husband cheating on you. Like, how do you tell somebody that?
I don't think you tell them. I mean, if it's your friend, you tell them. I don't think you tell them if it's not your friend.
I think everybody would tell me.
What's done in the dark will come to the light.
No, I truly believe in that. That's why I'm over there going through your phone junk. I feel like God gonna reveal what needs to be revealed.
You going through phone?
I used to.
Listen, I've only gone through phones once they went through my phone. Like,
that's
you're
childish.
not about to get ammo on me, and I don't have nothing.
That's childish.
Like, so,
that's childish.
okay. But I prefer to not ever touch nobody else's phone. Like, I don't need
No, now, yeah. But once upon a time, I've definitely gone through somebody's phone, and it didn't mean nothing.
You ever went through their phone and just regretted every decision you made, like, the last 30 minutes? Like,
no, not necessarily, because I think he had an app or something, because it wasn't nothing in there.
Okay.
I think it.
I done went through a phone and got what I was looking for sure. It was like sick, bro, for like 2-3 days. Like, what?
Nah,
and it was times when I was really putting myself in that situation. You feel me? Like, I was really.
That was God paying you back for what you did to somebody else.
You don't know when it was though, so
it don't matter. He could have knew it was coming for. Hurt people. I'm dead serious. Why you laughing?
I get it.
Hurt people. That's why you need to heal before you go into your next relationship.
No, but that don't mean I can't prepare and get ready. So when that time comes, it can happen and it can be beautiful.
No,
beautiful.
You just need to heal.
It will be beautiful. Her business. I'll be starting my business. I'll have organizations going. We need to do a male version of the Surviving the Mind, Misha. I need to get some young men.
I said this.
I got a testimony.
I said this 2-3 years ago.
I got a testimony.
You said you weren't ready.
I'm ready now. Let's get it.
I think you should. I will fully fund that. I think it's necessary.
Let's get it.
I just caution yourself. Just make sure you're spiritually ready, because it can really be a toll.
No, I'm ready.
You ready for people to call you at 3:00 in the morning, like wanting to pray?
They do it now. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No,
I'm about to say okay.
I'm ready. Listen, I really have been like doing that junk, bro. Like, if I wake up and I feel like, I don't know, I really have just been like praying and just like for real.
It's definitely a different level.
Yeah,
sometimes I regret telling my story though. No cap.
Really?
Because I don't want to be on all the time. Like, I don't want to, like, not saying that I don't love who I minister to, but sometimes it could just be a lot. Like, I don't want to, sometimes some people don't want to be saved or helped. And they want to just be stuck in what they're doing. They can say it, but some people just don't want to change. When you are constantly depressed or you're constantly going through something, I don't want to keep talking to a Debbie Downer. Like, eventually that's gonna bring you down.
Do you feel like you're what's the name of y'all? What are y'all? It's just Surviving the Mind, or is
yeah.
So do you feel like this is your purpose, like?
I do.
Helping the young women.
I do. Like, I definitely get joy out of it. Like, in a perfect world, I wish that funding wise, like, I don't have to work at where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. That my full-time job would be Surviving the Mind, Oak Park Saints, and Worship and Word. Mm-hmm. Like, because I feel like I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do to push this further. Like, I want it to be like the Boys and Girls Club, like, plus 1,000. But, like, on a spiritual level, though. Yeah. And my job limits me to do what I want to do throughout the day. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And then this year I did, get more women to help me in that, because that first year, I was very leery of who I wanted around girls, like, that, because it comes on me, like the liability comes on me, if something, I'm not saying somebody would do something, but you just never know, because depression is very serious, even though that's not the only thing that we tackle, but people know me from suicide and depression. So it's a lot. Sometimes I do regret it, but then instantly I change my mind because of, like, people email me or people will DM me that I've been in school with that I never really even talked to or said hi to, and say, like, they like that I shared my story. So that makes it worth it. Yeah. And, like, my girls, like, it makes it worth it for me. Mm-hmm. But that just being on all the time, like, I just feel like it's hard to have, like, a moment where you just don't feel like ministering, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. That's your human.
That's why I don't understand, like, pastors. Like, not that I don't understand, but that's why I would never want to be a pastor, because I would probably tell somebody, like, you need to pray for yourself. Like, some of the stuff that people, like, he probably gonna be mad, but some stuff that people really call my mom and my daddy about just be so stupid. Like, pray for yourself. Like, I'm not, like, And that's the thing. I just feel like I never got the full opportunity of having my parents or my full attention of my pastor and my first lady, because it's hard to separate the child the child and the parents, or just period. Mm-hmm. I just feel like my parents have always been active my whole life, and if it was something, like our family time, we could be talking and somebody can say, Pastor, can you pray about this new job? And it's like, I mean, not saying that that's a bad thing, but it's just like,
you can have those feelings,
but it's just like, okay. I mean, what do you do? Are you selfish in that, or?
I don't think you're selfish for wanting your parents, like.
No, not even just them, but even with me, like, sometimes I just don't feel like ministering to somebody in that moment. You could be on a day, like, you vibing, and somebody call you, like, hey, my daughter going through, can you talk to her?
That's why it's...
What do you do? And if that person don't understand your lifestyle, like, then what do you do?
What do you mean they don't understand your lifestyle?
Not I mean, like, I don't want to say, like, they unequally yoked. Like, they don't get it.
That's why.
They have a relationship.
You talking about if you was with somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to date like that. But, because literally, it should be like, oh, we both about to go in real quick. Or we both, like,
It's easier said than done.
It is. It's definitely hard. But, I mean, that's why it's, like, literally... That's why they say you're not supposed to do all the stuff like that. Me, just these last few weeks, last few months, like, bro, all that's like, if he want to use you at any moment, he can. Like, and that's the crazy thing. Like,
that's the scary part too.
Yeah, at any moment, and that's why they say you shouldn't be smoking or you shouldn't be drinking. Like, you can't. He can't use you and you're not sober and you're not. That junk it's a part of it, bro. It's just a part of it. And it's, I don't want to say it sucks, because like you're gonna be blessed. You're gonna be, and you're not doing it for the blessings, but it's like.
No, like I was really just like driving on my way home. And I was like, dang, like it's a lot of stuff in my life that I wish can change, but like I can honestly say like I live like a good life. Mm-hmm. Like, is it a lot of stuff that I wish could be better? Absolutely, but I live a good life, and I think it's because of like our hearts, like we do, like, I just feel like, just as far as, like, our church and stuff, like, I feel like we have bigger ministries, way bigger ministries in the state of Michigan that has major funding that don't do nearly the stuff that we do.
Exactly.
Or even beyond the church, like, just our family going to houses and doing stuff, like, it's just a difference. But, like, giving God a complete yes, that's something different.
Bro, listen, like...
It's scary.
It is until you give him the yes. Like, it is until.
No, even after the yes, you scared because
you're scared. But when you get in His Word and you see what He done said about you, when you see what He promised you, when you see when you see that stuff, it makes you want to do it. Like, I really can't wait to tell my testimonies now. Like, I can't wait, bro.
It's not that, but it's still scary for me.
I feel it.
Like, it's still like. I don't know. It's still scary. It's a different thing. Like, I'm happy of the growth that I've seen. Like, because before I used to be timid to pray, but now like anybody pray, like I can pray like with no problem, and it's a different.
Man, Friday, your dad told me 2 minutes before service started to get a scripture, bro. Mm-hmm. And I was like still nervous talking, like I'm getting better with that.
I don't like talking in front of people.
But like, bro, finding the scripture, that was easy. That was like, I've been reading.
Cause you in the word, it's a difference.
Okay, yeah.
It's a difference when you in the word and you connect with the word. Yeah. Like, bro, at church a couple weeks ago, I was just on like a whole nother like spiritual tip. Nigga almost got towed up, bro.
No, bro. Every time I
got towed up, bro. Like, almost started shot. Corey, I'm in that mug, like, my white coworkers in there looking like, you okay? Like,
at work?
Yeah. In there listening to, bro, what's that song, bro? Oh my God. It's Richard Smallwood. You are the source, bro, going in.
The source of my strength?
Yes, bro. I'm in there going in. Like, yes, you the source. Yeah, bro, they in there looking at me like, you okay? You okay? Let me see you. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm good. I'm good.
Bro, that was me on the line. Like after that week, after I was fasting for a week, I got off social media, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that week was crazy. I'm on the line, bro. Just about to. I'm up there like shaking, bro. Like
that
about to
was
cry.
different,
like, bro. That joke was just. It's definitely different.
Every time I fast, my next week I'll be banging.
Man.
My next week be banging.
Then the part of it was like, man, I could have been doing this. I could have been seeking God. Like I could have like just being in His presence, bro. That joke is
being in His presence without like. I feel like you really know that you got a connection when you're not at church or you're not in the spiritual and you can get it.
You feel Him.
Because it's easy.
It was crazy saying they heard God or God talk. I used to think it was like,
no,
bro.
We asked somebody like, how do you know it's Him? You just know. I said, sir, like
no,
you're not.
That ain't it, bro.
That ain't like I don't get it, but I get it now.
Yeah,
I get like I understand it. And somebody asked me, and I was like, I can't explain it. I basically saying the same thing. They said you just feel it. It just gotta be. It just gotta be a relationship. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people just have that one relationship with Him when they call on Him. You know, when they say their grace, you know, say, all right, thank you for waking me up, or they call on Him when they need something. Mm-hmm. But when y'all constantly talking back to each other,
that was me, and I wasn't even doing that as much as I probably should have been, but. Talking to Him, just giving Him time, bro, and it's not to receive nothing, just to be with Him, bro. That has been like, man.
I also my people like, you know how you want that relationship from your significant other, like that's the type of relationship you need to build with Him,
bro.
Like
everything I felt like I wanted in a relationship, bro.
You get it from Him, like that. When I say that, when they be like that peace that passes all understanding, like
bro,
that John.
I got
oh
peace,
my
bro.
God,
I got joy again. I feel I love myself. I'm happy, bro. Like
when you got peace.
And when your situation don't change and you still just feel Him, you feel good. Like
that peace when I tell you that peace be so different, bro. And once I caught on to that peace and I stepped out of His will, mm-hmm. it was 10 times worse. Mm-hmm. And it's like I don't even want to do that no more because it's not worth it. Yep. But when I got a good thing, why would I purposely want to go somewhere else? Yeah. But it's hard, like just even with like just dating somebody, it's hard dating. I think it's easier for y'all to find somebody because there's definitely more women in the church than it is for us.
No, y'all don't want the men in the church.
Whoa. It's not a lot of masculine men in the church. Nah, come on, now.
That's the issue. But I mean, y'all would think a dude is soft or something because he be in church or because
that is not true. Yeah, that's not true.
Y'all for sure.
That is not true.
I can guarantee you it's been about 4 women that probably felt that way about me. But they didn't. No, I'm not gonna do that. But they never knew me. They never. I guess. It's
that's not. I don't know about that because it's not a lot of single masculine men. And when I mean masculine, I'm not meaning like they gotta be all tough, but you know, it's a lot of. I'm not attracted to like feminine men. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not attracted to that. So it's difficult to find a man in the church, and it's difficult to find a masculine man in the church, and it's difficult to find a masculine man who's really trying to do right. Because people could be going to church and then you get with them and they really just not trying to be on that same level you trying to be on.
I've been there before. I've been there. Like I wasn't. It was a point in my life where I wasn't really. I was coming to church.
You was coming
every week, bro. And I wasn't trying to hear nothing.
Sing
about
on the praise team, ushering.
Wasn't trying to hear nothing about that.
Dancing, stepping. You know what I'm saying?
Knew I was gonna leave church and either go get high or go drink or something. Like it was just bad, bro. But
and the crazy part is we know better. That be and we've been in church all our life, and we just know better. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
And it's just
I don't even turn to that stuff no more. Like,
what's the once you get that relationship, it's no reason. I'm
like, you get like it's tempting because you gonna get temptation.
It is tempting. Like I love to smoke weed. Like that is my junk.
Yeah. You know,
that is my junk. Like, I love to smoke. I would be lying if I said I don't love to smoke weed. But it's just, it's the difference. It's a difference. Would I rather me not do it and then him be mad at me? No, I would rather stick it out.
Would I rather be high and somebody need me to pray and I can't, than to put that down? Like, leave it alone. Like, it don't even do nothing for me. After I smoke, I still feel the same way. After, like, it ain't doing nothing. Put that down. I feel like, was you hear that? You was here when I think you was in there with the kids. When Wilson had said what he said.
With his phone.
You childish.
That man so fine, and he smell good.
You childish. But no, he had said something like, yeah, you put the habit down, but you always go back to it. Like, you don't even need to go back. Like, this next season, you got to have a sober mind for real. And I felt like he was talking to me in that moment too, for real. But I had stopped smoking a long time ago. But my plan was to really go back for real. Like,
it's hard, especially when you've been doing something for so long. It's hard.
Duh.
Sin is just so tempting.
It's our nature. It's our nature until we get in him, and then it's got to, like, it don't go together. It just don't. Like, I can't even do some stuff that I can't even be around some of this stuff no more. And it ain't even been that long, bro.
Like, that's why I feel like us as a church, we got to be careful about how we treat certain people. Like, I feel like the church treats, like, people that's gay so much harsh than they do other people.
The drug addicts or the alcohol.
Or the fornicators or the you know, like,
adultery.
I just feel like they treat them just so, just worse.
It's the only one that's shown on the outside. That's it.
And I just feel like we gotta stop. Like, I'll be reading the comments. What's his name? Walls. And you can't tell me he's not anointed. Like, that's why I feel like God can use anybody.
Definitely.
He is. All them Walls are talented. But like him, like his anointing is just something different.
Some of the gay people be some of the most loving people. Like,
and my sister was talking about they did a lip sync battle at their church, and it was a gay guy, like, he a bad dancer, and they boo him, and I'm just be like they are like they some of the most they boo him because he did like Lil Nas X
in the church.
No. This was at school.
What?
No, this was at school.
Oh, okay. I was about to say they got a lot.
First of all, I don't think you should do Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
One, and then two, I don't think.
No, that would have been crazy right there. That would have just.
Daddy would have definitely said, "Cut the mic
off." Cut that off. Cut that off. Since when you start cussing?
Dog. That I don't even want to imagine that in the church. But like, I gotta do better because I ain't been able to watch Mike Todd yet.
You haven't?
No, I can't.
With the spit stuff?
Yeah.
Misha, do you know that wasn't the first time he did that?
No, I didn't know that.
Misha, he did that like years ago, bro.
I didn't know that. I just started watching him like the end of last year.
I literally just started watching him, and his testimony helped me, Misha. I ain't gonna even lie.
Corey, he was definitely like my 2.
I don't even know what it was that made me not want to. I had a thing that I did not want to watch him.
Why?
I don't know, Misha, and he has helped me. Like, I've been watching it like crazy. Like,
I liked him, but after the spit, every time I look at him, I see spit.
Misha, that wasn't the first time he did that.
I don't know, but that's just nasty.
And it was nasty the first time. Like, I was like, this man really did this twice. Like,
why did you think that was okay?
The second time, like, I didn't even see it the second time.
Nigga, don't you ever ask me to spit on me.
Nah, Misha, it was nasty, for sure.
And it wasn't like that man got that from the bottom and he felt, and that
did you listen to the message?
I listened to part of it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
Well, the first time he did it, he was talking about when Jesus healed the blind man.
Right.
And he did the same thing.
The clay, yeah.
But he said it wasn't clay, it was like mud.
Okay.
So you know how much spit he did it like that. He said, you know how much spit Jesus had to use. Mm-hmm. But Jesus is pure. He was pure. Like,
I would have understood if he put it in his hand.
Jesus was pure.
Not on his face.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
It was nasty for sure.
And for that person to tell me she would allow that to happen,
he did the same
that's
person
nasty.
twice. He did that.
That's
why
I
dog
don't
was
care.
okay with standing there like that. That wasn't the first time it happened to him.
You better ask your other siblings. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm straight on that.
I'm not
don't put
doing
no
that.
spit on me. Spit stinks. Like, don't. Like, stay away from me with that.
Dog,
throw
dude,
it. I would throw it.
I was like, what's wrong? Like, you felt that mug, bruh. Like,
Bro,
why would
it was the. Like, he was really
why
pulling
would you
that
do
joint
that?
up, bro.
And you did it multiple times. Like, bro, like, how did you know? But this is my issue too. Where are the no people at? Like, if that was my husband, babe, that's not a good idea. Baby, that's not a good
He has
idea.
a whole team. Like, they plan months ahead. Like, I don't even
Let
know
me tell
how
you
they do
something.
that.
Mike Todd's like production team, like that's
I
really
don't
what.
know how they do that, Misha.
When he did one sermon in the boat,
Anchor, Misha.
You talking about in the
was-
boat?
with the water?
yes, then how you do that in a church? Like that
Misha,
that joint be
Bro, that just
crazy.
blew my mind, and then the message was crazy, bro. Like,
But bro, but honestly, I promise everything I love. I want to get to that place where I
yeah, you
could
can put what's
where
on your head, put it down, and they come to life. Like,
but the issue is when I get the illustrated sermon, I don't have time to make happen what I need to make happen, and that be what irritate me. Like dumb people, they on payroll.
oh no,
So
and they own it. He plans like so many.
that's
weeks
what I'm
ahead,
talking.
bro.
So they got time to build that stuff and make like.
And he got a
Bro.
pastor. He got the Charles. He's the creative pastor. Like they work on certain things. Like he got different people for different stuff. Like literally, they just be planned out, bro. That's just crazy to me.
It is
That boat took me. So I was like, what in the world?
I
Sunday
said-
morning, this one got water on the pulpit.
But sometimes I feel like when some preachers do that, I don't get the message. I got the message,
Oh, no, that
and
message
I
is
got
it, bro.
the
That
visual.
whole series. That whole series.
Even their marriage series, I love.
the
I love.
relationship
Yeah,
goals? Oh, yeah, that was lit.
their relationship goals series
That
was
was lit.
bomb to me.
Oh, the whole single thing. That's what that gave me the whole aspect that I need to just chill, bro. Get myself together, enjoy myself, start taking myself out,
Bro,
like I gotta start
Going to
doing
a
that.
restaurant, getting cute, and going to a restaurant, getting handsome, going to a restaurant by yourself. I thought that was gonna be lame.
Oh no, I did that. I used to do that alone.
No, nigga, you clown me for going to the movies by myself. You
No,
don't
I
know what.
didn't. No, that wasn't me, Nisha.
I
used to do
swear!
it.
You
Listen,
talking about what type of nigga go to the movies by
I used
themselves?
to do it, bro. I literally used to do it. I've been to a restaurant by myself and the movies by myself.
I go by myself. I have no problem with, like, I have fun with myself.
Yeah.
I am not that type of person who I gotta have a
don't
bunch of
need
people
nobody,
around
yeah.
me. Like, I'm good. So maybe that's why, like, in a relationship, I act like I don't need you because, like,
I don't.
I'm straight. Like, I can have fun by myself. Like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
But, like, in my next season, like, I'm really, like, praying that I grow, like, spiritually. That my business is, like, because I can't do this every day. Like, I feel like not even trying to act like I'm all that. Like, I feel like my creativity is way more than what I'm doing every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Definitely.
that's just not feeding what I want to do, but I'm not dumb. But I do get, like, why a lot of entrepreneurs do quit their 9 to 5 to do what they want to
Because
do.
it's hard to do both.
It's hard to do both, but honestly, surviving the mind, clothing makes me more money, but it's not consistent as what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be dumb of me to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get clothes for all seasons.
My issue is I don't have, like, the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have the time to, like, for people to, because people be wanting to come up and try stuff on, and I don't mind that. I just got to get off of work or when I'm not at school, you know what I'm saying, and I got to come up here and do it. You know what I'm saying? Or even when I was just, like, shipping stuff out, like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's a lot to do that. But people have been texting me because I took my website down because I was so backed up with orders, like I couldn't take no more. So my goal is to have it for spring and for summer, but that gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
But I commend, like, those people that people
Do
don't like, that
believe.
media. But no, I'm going back to, like, Pastor Martel.
Yeah.
Like, the media people, like, they don't get enough recognition, or, like, the creative people that do all that stuff, enough recognition that they deserve. 'Cause it's some creative people that be doing that stuff.
Bro, that junk is crazy, bro.
And I feel like it brings the service or
the
thing or the message to a new level.
When you can see the Bible on stage, bro, like that junk is different, bro.
It definitely is. And I was just thinking about like churches we've been to in the past, like older churches. There's no way that I could still be there.
No.
Like singing like glory,
the
glory.
first one and that
one. The first one definitely not. Just because like I mean that stuff is explanatory.
Yeah.
But the second one,
I don't know. I feel like it was moving, bro, and then it just stopped.
What's so disappointing is I feel like the second one could have been something great, and I feel like it was almost at that level of great. It was good, and I felt like it was almost at that level of great, and then it was just like,
bro, that
like
yikes.
Yikes.
The Bible about somebody in the Bible, bro. It just reminded me of that, bro.
Man, I've been having mad dreams about that. I had a dream. I've been having the same dream for a couple, and I'm like, Lord, please don't use me in dreams, because when I have dreams, I don't sleep. I wake up tired, because they like bring a lot out of me. I had a dream. It was like a dark cloud, like going through that mud, like at that church. Like it was just like I don't want to say like a ghost, but it was like, I don't even want to say it was a cloud. Like it was just like it was something dark. Like you could tell like it was a storm or something. Or like, I don't want to say death, but it was like definitely like a dark something. And I told my daddy, and he said somebody else had called him and said the same thing. Like 2 weeks prior. I be having dreams, people be dying, I be like, oh. Like that don't be real.
When I be having dreams like that, it don't ever be like nobody in the casket, or I never see the person's face, or like it'd be crazy to me.
I be asking him like, God help. At first, I asked him like tell me what this means. But then when I start having the deaf ones, I was like, I'm scared of it. I don't want to know. No, I'm for real. Like, what if it's something that you don't want to know, and that's why somebody posted like, God prepare me for what I'm asking for. Like, do I really want to know what my dreams are telling me? Do I really want to have that gift? No, I don't. Well, I don't know.
That's the thing, and then, but yeah, I guess.
Cause what if it's somebody you love?
But
like,
what about what God wants?
That's true.
That's where I got
that's true.
What He wants is just supersede what I want.
And then I gotta
every aspect of life for real.
I gotta get over the fear too, because my fear was like, how are they gonna take this from me, from people knowing from what I did or what I've done. Like, how are they gonna receive your message of what you gave me or the ministry that you gave me, knowing, you know, what I, because my issue is who gonna take me seriously, especially to the friends I've done dirt with or stuff to.
But but then again, you can look at it at the other side, like, you know what I was in and how I'm changed now, how He pulled me out. You know what I used to do. You was with me.
That's true. I don't know. Fear just be, that be my main thing I need to pray for, like, fear of just doing stuff. And I like, somebody prophesied over me and was like, you gonna be, what did she say? She prophesied 2 things. The first thing she said, somebody gonna betray you and it's gonna really hurt you. I was like, dang, okay. And then she prophesied again and said, I'm gonna date somebody who I'm gonna be in a relationship with somebody who I'm always around. And I'm like, okay. Like, I think that's weird. Not meaning like her prophecy is weird, but it's like,
no, like who? Like,
I want to ask her, like, tell me. She said, and I believe she gave me an example. Like, she said, she was like, is it somebody at work? And I'm like, like, I work with women. Like, I don't see a man every day. Like, I work with a bunch of women, so I'm like, I don't know. And it just be like, it was just iffy.
I feel it.
And then now I don't want to look at every man like Lord, is this Lord, this him. Lord, this him. Lord, this
man
him.
told me my yes connected to a whole generation. Like, what?
But I feel like yours was better though.
Yeah, but no, Misha, what?
What do you mean? How is that not better?
Like, that's not that. I guess it is, but that's scary, bro. Like,
No, that's scary. But mine was so vague. Like somebody, like you gonna be betrayed by somebody that's gonna hurt you. Like whoa, like that's something steep. Like that's some like crazy junk. Like I don't know if that's gonna be personal, that's gonna be business. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's already happened. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it's something like I don't know. And then too, like I'm gonna be in a relationship with somebody that I'm always like who. And then she mentioned church. I mean work, and I'm like, I don't work with any guys whatsoever.
Maybe it ain't. Maybe that ain't happened yet.
Or guys that I noticed, or I wish it was a timeline, like like next year, or in the next 6 months, or the next 3 months.
Yeah. And
she did tell me, she was like, but don't go and think every man that's coming into your life gonna be that one. And I'm like, but you're not telling me like what? I don't know. It's just weird. And then she did kind of prophesy too, and she was just telling me, you know, like, why are you dating these men that you like, but you mad that they don't understand your spiritual life, and they not spiritual. And you know, I agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
It's pointless at that point.
Definitely.
I mean, you can like them, but I mean, I'm over that generation of being with a man and don't want to go to church. Like everybody got that auntie that their husband never went to church.
Be at the crib.
Be at the crib, and they cool,
and
they nice people and all. They funny,
man,
or whatever. But church just one for them.
That's crazy. And man,
I don't want that. Like times is hard.
It's
like
new
life
for me.
is hard.
It's never been a requirement, but going forward, it's gonna have to be.
It's gonna have to be.
The life
It's hard.
I have to live. It's gotta be, bro. I can't have nobody that's
It
holding
would-
me back, if you will.
it
I'm
would-
not even meaning it like no cocky way, but
It would definitely pull you out for sure. Well, I ain't gonna say it will. I'm gonna say for me, it definitely did. Cause it's just hard. Then, especially when you get feelings, it's hard
To let it go.
to detach your feelings and what you know what you're supposed to do. And then some people can just think you bluffing. Like you can really tell them what you want, and they be like, "Oh, okay," like they think they can change you, or they think they can change the scenario.
And then some people have not meant what they said. You feel me? Like, yeah, you said that, but okay, I'm gonna show you. I've been that person, bro. That joke was bad. That joke was terrible. But hey, look at me now.
This nigga. Oh my God. Lord, what am I gonna do with my kids? Lord, I be praying for my kids. I be really thinking about that though. Like when our people gone, like I'm really about to be in here praying. Like that's crazy.
Don't have to be missionary.
Don't
Evangelist.
No, bro. You chill, you wildin'.
Evangelist elder.
He didn't tell me that.
Missionary Nisha.
He didn't tell me that.
You gonna be up here like missionary Rita Neighbor.
No,
It's gonna be you. It's gonna be
No.
your grandkid's favorite preacher.
No, she my goat though. She definitely my grandma my goat. But nah, I'm good.
What you mean you good? God not good. What
He
is-
didn't.
he's
He
not
didn't
good.
tell me that. He didn't.
Did he tell you? He told you everything else?
Yeah, pretty
Oh, okay,
much.
okay.
He didn't tell me that.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta go back. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Resuscitation. He actually prophesied the survivor of my. He didn't say the name, but he said, "What did he said? Once you tell your story, it'll save like
I remember.
a lot of people or something." It was something like that. It was like you would save a lot of people or something like that. I'm like, bro, I was so mad. I was hiding. Cause I don't be liking that.
It's like every time he see me, this time I was
No,
not,
that's
I'm like,
fact.
bro, he is not about to call
Every
me.
time.
And this man looked up and said, "Come here," like, bro. What?
Every time he gets you, he only got me once. That was it. When Dominique got on the floor, I said, "Oh, this mug real. This mug real." Dominique fell on that floor. I said, "This mug real, Lord." I said, "Oh my God."
No, if Brian would have fell, it would have.
Whoa.
Like, hey. Whatever it is you doing, stop.
Yeah, Brian got to be toe up.
Man.
That'll be something. I really go in when Brian gets toe up. But just being man, like when you start like praying over people, like that's something too. Like, like laying on hands, like that's something different too.
I don't even think I've even like prayed and like asked for that, because there's nothing I want to be doing. But I mean, I've been saying like, whatever you want me to do, God, I'm gonna do it. But how? Like, show me how. And
people have asked me, and it's draining though. Like that junk draining. So I can only imagine, like when people get up here and what they
after they preaching and after they doing the whole church and yeah.
Like I can imagine like they are physically tired. Like that's why I get when some pastors just go like straight to you know what I'm saying? Like go straight to their room. First of all, some pastors are because they all sweaty, they want to change or whatever. But I get like you physically tired. So, and that was my dad's biggest thing. Like he used to like tell them like when he would go out and preach, like don't just wish me away. Like I want to talk to people. He's like, 'cause he never want to feel like that pastor, like he can't connect with the people. So I think that's important too. And I feel like we in this next generation, like we got to do something different. Like it can't just be like tradition.
The same old. It's got to be different.
It has to be. We not living in a traditional world.
Yeah. How are we gonna take this to the next level? How are we gonna get our generation in here? The generation that supposed to be connected to my yes. Like how we gonna keep them here? How we gonna take them with us? How we gonna?
I don't know.
That's not gonna be steep. Gonna have to get a team for real.
I really want to do it. It's just, and what I'm asking God too is time management. Like,
you may have to stop some stuff. Stop something. You may have to. And it's not even like stopping it, but doing it in. I don't know how to even say it because I ain't gonna say that. But I don't know, Misha.
And I feel like I've cut back on a lot, but I think right now my main thing is trying to graduate, and I'm gonna cry. Like I just told somebody today, like I'm gonna cry, and I go across it.
How long you got?
Next year.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna cry.
You have fun with that. Good luck.
But I feel like once I'm done with that, I feel like I'm gonna have so much more free time, and not only that, but again, my job, like I just wish I had more liberty throughout my day. I just wish I do. That's
what I feel like the plant is just like cut away like 3/4 of my life.
It limits you.
I don't like that at all.
It limits you.
You got to be leaving an hour early to get there. You got to be like I'll be there after sometimes for no reason. Like it just be time that I could be doing other stuff that just be gone. Or then your sleep pattern be off, and you could be up doing something, but you tired, literally tired, and can't get up, or you sleep until you gotta go back. Like that's right.
When I don't even be eating at lunch, I be going to sleep. Cause you're just tired, like being up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, doing homework. Like I'm taking 3 classes, like that junk is something different.
Homework stuff wasn't ever for me. Even doing this truck driving training, like. I gotta take notes and stuff. I gotta study this junk. I gotta pass, so it's like.
And I used to have like the little books on my screen. I can't do it. I realized that's not for me. Like I get distracted. Like I have to go and buy me a physical book. Yeah. Like I definitely get like distracted. So that it's something different. But I just so want to be like on a different level. Like my end goal. I don't want to say my end goal, but my vision that I would want for like Oak Park Saints and Worship and Word and even Survivor the Mind, it's like I want to have like a community center, like kind of like what Uncle John got, but like bigger, where it's not like a church, like it's just a space. Like I feel like we're here, like God did so much outreach. Like what are we doing as the church? It's like it's more that we can do than what's that place? Harvest. What is that?
Forgotten Harvest.
Yeah, and they're, God bless them, like they do a lot, but it's so much more that these people need. Like I want to like homeless shelters. Like we got to get out here to these drug addicts. Like it's kids, you know, mothers who need help. Like
kids whose parents is in the prison system.
Yeah, like it's so much that, you know, we could be out here doing that, you know, that I want to do, and I'm just not satisfied with what I'm doing at work right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so crazy because my job, like, they love me, like they love my ideas, like they treat me like I'm basically a manager or a supervisor, but it's just,
it ain't what you're supposed to be doing. That's all.
I don't know. I'm gonna need guys to like make what I want to do have like some great money behind it. Or marry a nigga.
Or just stop thinking about the
you
money.
gonna pay my bills?
Listen, I'm not saying don't make money. I'm saying don't let money be the deciding factor on it.
No, I agree with that. I even thought about like, okay, what if I go part-time? You know what I'm saying? And that may free me up a little bit, but
Is that gonna pay your bill?
yeah, it's not. That's not. I gotta figure it out though.
You gotta
No, I'm gonna let him figure it out. I ain't gonna figure it. I'm just pray and fast, and I'm just let him figure it out, and I'm gonna just grind until I get it done. Especially, I like this girl. Her name Destiny. I forgot her last name, but she from Flint. Millionaire. Just off of like opening one hair salon. Like she go to Jamaica, Dubai. I'm about to say Dubai, and she traveling everywhere. Like I want to travel. Like I want to be like, all right, y'all, let's get on the yacht. Y'all, let's get on the. Hey, bro, go get Boston from school, bro. Let's go get on the jet. Boston, you trying to go Disney World? All right, bet. Like mom and dad, let's just after church. What y'all about to do? Nah, all right, let's go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas right quick.
Traveling is for sure in my plan.
Do you know how dope that would be for us to just randomly like, yo, let's go get on the jet. All right, we about to split the gas. All right, bet.
Right.
Call my man. Hey, bro, can we get the PJ? We gonna go half on the gas. Like I can't wait to do that. I'm going on the yacht this year, even though I can't swim. I'm going on the yacht. I said I'm gonna learn how to swim. No. I love being in the water. I really do. I just don't know how to swim.
You good?
I know how to float.
Yeah, you good.
I think I can probably doggy paddle a little bit.
Yeah, you good.
But if I fall over, it's a wrap. Cause I'm gonna be
fall over. Like it's water. You gonna get back up. Like,
that's not true. A lot of people drown
because they panic. They inhale the water. They swallow the water, and then they like you can't do that.
Speaking of drowning, y'all almost let me die.
Nobody almost let you die. You talking about a camp?
It wasn't at camp.
Where was it at?
It was definitely prior to New Life. It was definitely like Miracle Tabernacle time. I definitely drowned.
I
thought I was young.
I was a kid basically.
Big Trish came and got me.
When was this? This wasn't MT.
Yes, it was. It was not New Life. It was not New Life. It was that long ago.
Early New Life.
No. It had to be in the New Life. But no, like none of them was there.
None of who?
Like the wife.
Deacons.
None of. That's why I'm saying it wasn't no camp junk. That's why I'm saying it was like a youth congress or something. It had to be that.
No, it could have been one of the things that your mama took some of the kids from that church, but it was just her trip.
It could have been.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about when you called yourself a?
No, that is not, bro. I just think about that the other day. For sure, called myself a hoe.
And that man is gay.
Right. What's wrong with me?
You always like the few gay people, Misha. You have like the few gay people.
No, two.
A few.
Two, bro. Chill. Two, bro. And I ain't even date the other one like that. So you can chill.
You like
bro.
a few gay people, bro. That's
What's the few? Come on. Him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the other one that was at the other church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. People don't even know I talked to him.
Mm-mm.
That's not somebody I want to claim. Don't nobody know that.
Mm-mm.
Except for his auntie.
You're sick.
Okay, come on. That was it. That was it. But I don't even know if that man gay. Lord forgive me. I don't even know if that man is really gay. So, God, you know.
Whatever you say. It was somebody else that you like.
No. I'm trying to think. I think that was it.
Somebody said. I remember somebody saying that. It might have been the first one. It might have been him that everybody. Ain't he gay? And you was the only one that couldn't see it.
Okay, let's end this. That was just. I for sure call myself a hoe.
Duh.
I said I just feel like a hoe. I just
Bro,
feel like a hoe.
no older than like 8, 9, bro.
Had to be. I wasn't in my
Couldn't have
teens.
been that old, bro.
I wasn't even in my teens. Cause y'all was in y'all teens.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I wasn't even in my teens. I'm like, I just feel like a hoe. I'm just a hoe.
Duh.
They're like, do you know what a hoe? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a hoe. That's so terrible. But that's not even the same trip. That's not even the same trip. It was a whole nother trip. My mama told y'all I couldn't swim. Y'all let me go there by myself, and y'all let me drown.
Don't say y'all. I couldn't have been around, bro.
You was there. I woke
been
up to all y'all in my face.
What you mean you woke up? You wasn't passed out.
Yes, I was. Call Big Trish. I was passed out.
I wasn't there, Misha.
Yes, you was. Corey,
I was not around.
Corey,
Misha.
yes, you was.
There's no way I would have let you drown, Misha.
Y'all didn't know.
No way,
Corey,
bro.
y'all didn't know.
Exactly.
I snuck
I
off
wasn't
by
there,
myself.
bro.
Corey, when I tell you I felt like I saw the light, I'm not even lying to you.
You probably did. You was about to die.
Corey, like I'm fighting, trying to talk. Like I'm fighting. That mug just, like you just seen darkness. Like it just go. And then I just see a shadow. And that must have been Big Trish when she saved me. I woke up like doing that, like everybody in my face. I was just like, and my mama still don't know. Your auntie said, your auntie ain't say nothing.
My auntie was there?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't around that.
Your auntie was there. My mama
I
still
wasn't
don't know.
around that.
So I don't know if your auntie
It
was
had
like,
to
don't
be
tell
like
her.
something.
I don't think so. Cause it was just us.
I wouldn't let somebody kid almost drown and not tell them. I don't care how mad they gonna be.
My mama don't know.
I would have told them. I'm not about to have that. Like, listen, don't let.
Or
them
maybe
out there
she
water
did and
no
my
more.
mama just didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe she could have been. My mama
She
just
probably
ain't say
did.
nothing.
It sounds like
She didn't. I'm gonna tell mama, like, you know, almost drowned or whatever. Like I was almost out of here. Like I was fighting to talk. Like I felt like the water in my lungs. Like I couldn't finish.
Yes, you was about to die.
And I cried like it was getting black. Like
They said that's one of the worst deaths. Drowning. To die from drowning.
Corey, like I was fighting.
You
like,
literally smother yourself with water, bro.
I was fighting to talk. Like I was panicking, and literally like it was like the lights was just dimming down.
That and a plane would be it for me. Cause I'm the first time that engine blow, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gone. Like
Nigga, what?
I'm gone, Misha. We in the air. I'm gone.
You better call on Lord forgive me for all my
I'm gonna be
sins.
good. Cause listen, I'm not going back, bro. I'm not going back.
Lord forgive me for all my sins.
All of them, knowing and unknowing.
Lord forgive me, and that's just gonna
Jesus
be
take
it.
the wheel at that
Lord,
point.
what if we survive that mug?
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna be told up. I don't really be speaking in tongues.
That ain't never nothing you can't tell me about God after that.
Dog.
After that, you better trust him.
Dog. Oh my God.
Dog.
I remember that girl survived a couple years ago.
People have survived them, bro. Like,
And I'd be like, what do y'all like?
yeah, they say that impact is like getting hit by a train, though.
But think about like you would think the child would die.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they're not strong enough, and the child the only one that lived. Like that's or
No.
maybe the parents was covering them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That could be it too. But that junk crazy.
Now imagine that, and then you the kid, and you see all these dead bodies, and
That's another thing. And what
That would just
if
be
they don't know
torture.
where y'all at? You know what
that
I'm
would
saying?
just be torture.
What if they don't know where y'all at? And you
That's
just
what happened to what's his name? Tom Hanks in Castaway. You ever saw that?
No,
You
I
gotta
don't
watch
want. I
Castaway.
don't want to see that.
You gotta. He survived, but he was like he got crazy. He started talking to a volleyball. He put a face on it. Like he was out there for I think for years. I think it was like 3 or 4 years. He was out after a plane crash.
And when did they find him?
Like he happened to he built himself a raft after so long, and talked himself into going out in the water, and a boat passed and picked him up. Yeah.
I be thinking about stuff like that too, though.
Yeah.
Like, who am I gonna talk to?
Me see that man put a face on the bar and he was calling
Listen.
Wilson.
Listen, you gonna do that? God forbid, you would do that too.
He made a female, but he hung her. Like he made her out of some trees and stuff
Oh
and
my
hung her.
Lord. That junk crazy. That no.
Castaway is a good movie though. Castaway.
I
I think he won an Oscar off of it.
Flight was okay. That was enough for me.
Oh, Flight. It was it. Castaway ain't nothing like Flight. Flight was different, bro. That junk, that man landed that plane. That's crazy.
And I was watching like real pilots, like watching their reaction, and it was actually saying like that was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was like that's whoever. They was like obviously a great pilot. Like help them out in that.
Oh, you talking about yeah.
They said a great pilot had to help them out with that because that's actually really good in that
landed
scenario.
a plane that wasn't like literally was like nothing running out of it, like literally just going like
And
gliding through
upside
the air.
down?
And he flipped that mug. He had to. If he didn't flip it, they would have crashed.
That mug upside down. Should he have went to jail?
No.
What?
He got it. He can't fly no more. But I don't think he should have went to jail. Definitely didn't.
He saved too many lives.
Exactly. You can't fly no more. You can never fly again.
I just
But
think
he did kill that girl though. I forgot. The girl did die on the plane. And had he not been drunk, who knows if it would have happened. But he
But it wasn't the plane though.
It was his fault. He was in control of the plane, and it happened while it was his fault. It's like you know how they like with kids nowadays. If 5 kids go rob a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the kids gets shot by the person in the house and dies. Those other kids, they get charged with murder. Like the way they do it, it's crazy. It's like if y'all wasn't ever here, he wouldn't have died. So that like it's like cause and effect type thing.
Like that boy, like I can't watch that video. They said that boy that fell from that ride in Orlando.
I haven't even been on social media, so I ain't
They
even
said him falling sounded like a gunshot. They said that was a skull. Like first of all, he was over 300 pounds. And he fell out the thing. And I'm like, they shouldn't have had him on there.
Tisa was just talking about it the other day. She said she said somebody said he was on there talking about his strap wasn't working or something. His thing wasn't working.
All right, y'all. Thank you for staying for another episode of Surviving the Mind podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week and be safe.
We out of here.